Sorry, he lost. He lost me when he said, "I'm reviving your career," or I'm revived your career. Your boy. Man said, "I'm reviving your career." Wow, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's when I got lost. That's when I was like, no, this one is this one.
Big up yourself. Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in and clicking on this video. It's the latest on trend with your girl Biami.
Following the latest video or live that UK influencer Miss Rfabulous, who also goes by the name of Renee, posted about her previous relationship and ex-partner who goes by the name of Blaxx, or who we know now as Alexander. Renee has done a full video. It was a lengthy video, about 44 minutes long, where she titles it "The Real Tea Chapter Closed," and she basically talks a lot about the relationship, what they went through, and what seems to be the topic of debate at the moment: getting backed up for a year. Is that acceptable in a relationship? Does that mean that the guy does not want you, does not like you, does not like to see the sight of you, or it's just what could be done in that particular moment? So much to talk about, but there is something that I just want to kind of focus on. For those who have watched it, for those who are following, then you already know the backstory. If not, I have done videos to update you guys on what is currently going on with UK influencer Miss Rfabulous and her ex-partner, who decided to come on live because he had enough, based on the story time that she told about him, and he had enough, and he basically spoke out, and he released a voice note, and she came back very angry, upset, hurt, which is normal. So before I just get real serious and talk about drop my little 2 pence, the evidence that they both, or the receipts that they both kind of dropped, I just kind of felt like it didn't show what it was supposed to show. It didn't really give what it was supposed to give. At the end of the day, these are two exes. There is nothing out of the ordinary, or there is nothing different. What is even the word I'm looking for? Surprising about two exes going back and forth after their breakup. Like, for anybody who wants to come up and be like, "Oh, why did you go back?" Like, please, okay, this is just standard. It is standard in our society, and that's just the way it is. There's nothing shocking or surprising about that. And a lot of women do this. A lot of women don't want to add body counts. A lot of women go back to exes, and there's nothing shocking or surprising about that. So the voice notes that he released, the texts that he released, and the evidence that she released, it really didn't do much. It was just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna pull up anything just because I'm angry, just to put something out. Like, there was nothing that was substantial. There was nothing that was like raw. I think the main thing that really stood out to me, which is what I'm going to be talking about, it was really the core of the the problem within the relationship and what is actually problematic about it. Everything else was just like, yeah, people go through things in their relationship, and what you choose to do it based on your own personal decisions. Like, if you choose to take money out for a guy, if you choose to take out a car out for the guy, like, if you choose to do all these things, like, you're an adult, you have your own mind, that's you. Like, I don't think that it's fair for you later on to come back and be like, "Oh, I took this out for you," or, I'm just speaking in general, by the way, "I did this for you, but when everything was good, you was happy to do it." So, like, you can't now come and use that against that person. So yeah, another thing that I wanted to say, what did I want to say? So everything that they posted against each other, apart from the main topic, it was really like tit for tat for me. There was nothing that was just like, oh my gosh. In fact, a lot of the things that Miss Fabulous spoke about was his baby mom. It's like, that's somebody else's story. Although she did touch a lot on what she went through, but it was a lot of like what you did to this person and bringing other people in. And it's kind of like, okay, like, talk about you, sis, and what you went through and your story, which she did. But let's talk about the big issue and what's very, very problematic about the situation. The relationship first came across like they were in love and they were just so much into each other, but a lot has been revealed and a lot of allegations have been put forward. Miss Rfabulous is alleging that Blaxx, who goes by the name of Alex, was really abusive, and he's got a child. He was abusive to the mother of his kid, and he was very abusive to her. There was a video that she posted where they were out in the club and they were looking so in love and lovey-dovey. As soon as they got home, he basically hit her, abused her, threw her, like did the most. And she clearly states that she just never took it, and every time he lick her, she lick him back, and that she would never stand there for a man to do that. Now, aside from everything else that she discussed about their relationship, there's a lot of things that I just don't think is necessary to come out on both sides. However, it's gotten past that stage now. It's tit for tat. It's you come for me, I come for you. She exposes a lot about him, and you know what? I'm like, rightly so. I stand with victims. There is a serious conversation within this situation that we need to take a look at. Some people saying, hopefully like them they can work it out, etc. There is really nothing to work out. What we're dealing with is an alleged abuser, and if all of this is in fact true, if it's more than one person saying that this is how this man is, then it could possibly be true. But let's just say that it is true and he did lick her, he did do this to his sister who was pregnant, to the mother of his kid, then we are dealing with an alleged abuser. You guys remember when this whole Mark Cuban situation came out and everybody was angry and everybody spoke out? There is no difference with this situation. What we have here is somebody who has been exposed for what they really are. First and foremost, the lifestyle that you are putting out there is fake. One thing that I will commend Miss Rfabulous for, she exposes herself before anybody can expose her. She's always been transparent, though there has been times when she has lied. There has been time when she's not been straightforward, and that's facts. She's come on, she said one thing and then done a video and then it's been something else. So the credibility of her stories and story time is very low because people have seen that a lot of the things have not been true. However, when she was sharing the video that she did, I'm not gonna lie, like I kind of felt a bit some way, like it kind of made me feel a bit sad. Here's another woman taken away from who she is or what she's associated with, but here is another woman who has been living in this secret world and dealing with this abuse, and that needs to be called out for. But unfortunately, a lot of people who are in these relationships with these come ups, nothing really gets done about it. It's not really taken any seriously. It sure won't be going anywhere legally, but there is no denying that nobody should have to go through that. Nobody should have to face that. Nobody should have to be silenced in an abusive relationship. If everything that she's stating to be true, then he really needs to be exposed and called for his behavior and his approach, and him abusing and hitting women. It really shouldn't be condoned. This is exactly what I was saying in my last video, that when you have a track record of being a certain way, it makes it hard for people to take what you say seriously. But when I do this type of videos, I always like to be non-biased, and it's not about the opinion of that person, it's about what they are sharing. And it's very hard to see through that kind of lens because we are such a judgmental society. We don't take time to really understand people, the way people are coming from, or why people are doing certain things. We just don't have the patience for it. But it's just my take on the situation. And you know, I did say this, that it's not a laughing matter. It's just become entertaining because of the parties involved, and that's just because of their online personality. Miss Rfabulous has given him, I think it's, is it 72 hours or 24 hours? I can't even remember now, but she has given him a limited time to basically remove points off of her license, which she alleges that he drove without a license. And of course he got caught, and she did a lot for him. What she had to endure, why I would stand with her, is because it's clear that she obviously got pregnant, and it's clear that she lost the baby for this man when she was at her lowest and when she needed him the most. He kind of turned his back on her. I think as a woman, you don't need to be able to like somebody, but I think you can empathize and relate in some aspect. That was her moment to say, no, do you know what, that's where I need to draw the line. For you to turn your back on me, for you to betray me, for you to not only force me to get rid of this baby, but also like having a party like whilst I'm in hospital. Like, what? That is crazy. There are some crazy allegations that has come up. We can't condone that. We cannot condone that regardless of the person. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I'll speak to you guys in my next video.